I pretended to accept my coworker's coffee for a month to catch the person who was poisoning me for 6 months. I couldn't understand why I kept getting violently ill at work. It always started the same way. About an hour after lunch, my stomach would cramp. I'd break into sweats and eventually end up vomiting in the bathroom. My doctor ran tests, suggested food allergies, even recommended therapy for possible stress-induced symptoms. But here is the thing. It only happened on days when Melissa brought me coffee. Melissa was the office mom, always organizing birthday celebrations, bringing homemade treats, and making afternoon coffee runs. She'd started bringing me a special cup about 6 months ago, saying she noticed I always looked tired after lunch. My special pick-me-up, she'd call it, with that perfect smile. I add a little something extra for energy. I never connected my illness to her kindness until I overheard her on the phone in the stairwell. It's working perfectly. She has no idea. Another month and that promotion will be mine when she can't handle the workload. That night I did research on common tasteless substances that could cause my symptoms. Then I bought a small camera disguised as a pen and set up a plan. The next day when Melissa brought my coffee, I smiled and thanked her profusely. "You know, this is the only thing getting me through these afternoons," I said, placing it on my desk in view of my camera pen. Then I pretended to get an urgent call and stepped away. The footage showed her quickly adding white powder from a small vial to my drink, stirring it rapidly, and returning to her desk with a satisfied smile. For the next month I accepted her coffee every single day, minus thanking her, making a show of drinking it, then discreetly emptying it into a collection of sealed containers in my desk drawer. I documented everything, dates, times, symptoms. On days I accidentally ingested tiny amounts, the camera footage. Meanwhile, I started bringing 2 thermoses to work, minus one with water that I'd pretend was her coffee and another with actual coffee that I kept hidden. When I had a month's worth of evidence, I took everything to both HR and the police. The lab test confirmed what I suspected, minus she'd been adding increasing doses of ipecac and laxatives to my drinks, just enough to make me sick, but not enough to raise serious medical alarms. Yesterday was Melissa's last day at the company, minus not because she was fired, though she was, but because she was let out in handcuffs. Raffed out, I wasn't her first victim, minus she'd done this at 2 previous jobs, working her way up by literally poisoning the competition as they escorted her out. She looked at me with genuine confusion. "I don't understand how you kept functioning. You should have been too sick to work." I raised my thermos in a mock toast. "Raffed out, I am stronger than whatever you put in my cup. The promotion she wanted, I got it last week. And now our office has a strict make-your-own copy policy that nobody dares complain about. Sometimes the most dangerous people aren't the ones who threaten you openly, minus they're the ones bringing you coffee with a smile."